wrongly put on this earth. We should have been born with magic, but since we weren't, we will take what should have been ours all along." This was met with a collective set of cheers from the many gaunt and emaciated figures standing around the sprawling yard. The leader of the Shadowwalker coven stood in front of her family home, which had been in foreclosure for decades. For some reason, people seemed to think that the old Payne residence was haunted and said it was once inhabited by a demon who cursed it. Mefora hadn't been back to it in a long time, but found that it was the perfect location for her new wellspring of magic for the coven. The large pool, which her mother loved and cost her father a fortune to build, was the perfect place to create the huge amount of magic reservoir that would serve the Shadowwalker coven. "We have stood in the darkness for too long, allowing magicians to take our power when it was our right to have and hold," Mefora sang loudly as the moon shone overhead and the stars peeked out, like they were afraid to show themselves amongst the villains. "But no longer shall we cower while they have all the fun and run through the streets with magic. We will have the strength of 1,000,000 bulls, the energy to fuel any spell we desire, the power to take down any who oppose us." Again, there was another collective cheer from the many gathered around the pool of water that wasn't filled with chlorine like it once was. Instead, it was bubbling and brewing with herbs and spells and turning an odd shade of green that one might associate with sickness. Mefora pointed to individual collections of witches and warlocks, coupled up for organizational purposes. "You've been assigned your anchor location. Now, I demand that you go to them, do the spells, cast the curses, and fuel our shadow spring. Make it come to life so that we can have an unmatched magic reservoir of energy that no one can challenge. Then we will live among the powerful before we bring them down to their knees." And with that, the leader of the Shadowwalker coven brought her hands to her sides, and with it, a jolt shook the ground below them. It threw many off balance. It cracked the land under them, breaking the foundation of the Payne mansion sitting at their backs. But more importantly, it started the spark that might ignite the shadow spring, unless one woman stopped it. And therefore, this evil witch from rising to power. Chapter 2. Dining Room, Beaufont Residence, West Hollywood, California, United States. "There's a bathroom on the right," Elvis sang, drumming on the dining room table, making the plates in front of him hiccup as he banged his head to the beat. Rose glared up from her chocolate croissant. She pointed to his glass of orange juice. "Is there vodka in there? Did you decide to make a screwdriver this morning?" He scoffed at her, continuing to play his beat. "No. I only used to drink in the mornings on nationally celebrated holidays in the land of the Chimera. Sadly, I don't get to celebrate those anymore." "Oh, because you live here on Earth now?" Rose asked curiously. He shook his head. "No, because I'm not allowed to celebrate them anymore." The floating red dragon glanced up and to the left at where the elders were invisibly sitting. "Oh. That's why you banned me from observing any of our religious holidays? Because I drank whiskey in the mornings on them? Well, I curse you then, you big mean elders." He paused, listening to their response from the other realm of the land of the Chimera. Then Elvis held his chin up high. "Well, if you must know with what horrid fate I've bestowed upon you, I've cursed you with tight hamstrings." Rose laughed, taking a sip of her own non-alcoholic orange juice. "Is that the best you can do? You gave them tight hamstrings?" "Have you ever had tight hamstrings?" Elvis asked. "It affects your whole set of leg muscles. Those old fogies will be unable to climb the stairs up to their high thrones where they love to look down at us all." "How do you know?" Rose asked. "Do you even have hamstrings?" "Do the elders?" "They do," Elvis said. "And in chimera form, I've got the most rocking hamstrings you've ever seen. When I flex them, the ladies all drool." "Are you sure they aren't drooling out of fear because they don't understand why a lion with a serpent for a tail and a goat head on his back is flexing its muscles at them?" she questioned.